All right, guys, thanks for downloading this episode of the PM Reviews podcast. We got a chance to talk to Don Jackson. He's a he was a running back for the Packers. Actually got to play with in a couple games with Aaron Rodgers, took some snaps and everything. So, pretty cool story. Let us know what you think. Give us a review on iTunes, leave us a rating, and here we go.
All right, everybody. We're sitting here talking to Don Jackson. How's it going?
What's going on, y'all? How you doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good, man. Just hanging out on this Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what you up to today, man?
Not too much. Just right now, I just kind of got back with my training a few weeks ago, so kind of now I'm hitting that wall where I got to start taking care of my body. So I'm about to go into my little training spot, go get some cryo, and, take care of the body, roll out. Kind of chill today, relax, man. Play some 2K. Write some raps, chill out, watch some football. You know how I go.
I hear you.
That sounds like a pretty good day.
Yeah.
So we were doing a little bit of reading before we got started here, and we were seeing that you played at Nevada, and first person we talked to from kind of playing college on the West Coast. Most of the guys we talked to have been out here on the East. That's where we are. So
Yeah.
what was it like playing? Well, we'll start. Where'd you go to high school at?
I played high school football at Laguna Creek High School in Sacramento, Elk Grove little area. I ended up graduating Calvine High School. It wasn't too far from there. It's a little bit up the road.
Okay.
And which position did you play in? Did you always play running back?
Yeah, in high school, I played everything. I played running back, played receiver, played return man. I played corner, I played safety. At one point, I even played linebacker. So I did play everything. I was small as hell at linebacker, but I played everything just about.
Yeah, that's a trend. So that's a trend we've seen a lot, I think, with these interviews. So we've done it. Pretty much everybody we've done is football, and it seems like just about everybody we talked to at the high school and somewhat of the college levels played they're like, yeah, I played every position in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it's common just because you gotta see. You gotta basically get a feel for the entire game, and and plus my body was always weird. So you could never. I never really had limitations on what position I could play, I guess, except for the big boys.
Yeah, sometimes I think like the NFL guys, when you go back far enough, they're so good so early they could pretty much play anywhere. So I think that's also kind of a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like it shows the superior of athlete even at the high school level. Like you were just so much of an athlete that you didn't have a specific position you played. You were so good you get to play anything.
Mhm.
So moving on to Nevada, what was that like whenever you moved out of high school and then went on to? Well, did you start out at Nevada or did you? I was reading your college.
I went to junior. Yeah, I went to junior college. Iowa Western.
Okay,
The
yeah,
best junior college
that's
in
what
the
I
country.
thought.
Don't let anybody lie to you. The best one in the country.
Iowa Western.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Just the best program, man. And that program was crazy. It got me. It gave me my second chance. I got to go to Nevada earlier. You know what I'm saying? Than I even intended, and it was dope. Nevada was cool. Nevada was I met some of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? I have the rest of my life. Played some pretty good football there, and we had some above average seasons, and aside from the win loss column side of it, we had fun. We had fun. Like I said, some of those dudes on that team, I'm be they're my guys for the rest of my life. So definitely a great time.
What was it like playing football there? Like like kind of like day-to-day stuff. Like who were some of your coaches and stuff?
Brian Polian was my head coach. Lester Erb. Lester Erb was my position coach. Brian Polian, he's a young coach. His first time head coach, just coming into it. So nobody really knew what to expect. I think he did a good job, knowing the circumstances. Lester Irv, he was probably my favorite character, through college as far as, coaches and stuff like that, because me and him got real close. He knew how to push my buttons. He knew how to irritate me. He knew how to kind of bring the best out of me. And he made me, grow up. You know what I mean? Made me grow up, be a man. He taught me stuff about character I think I couldn't have learned anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's college is definitely we've kind of over the guys we've talked to, we've learned that college is like it's a really good transition, learning how to be making that transition from okay, I was in high school and I'm way better than everybody else to okay, now I'm kind of getting a level playing field and I need to it's like I need to kind of level out and learn my role. And what made you want to be a running back? I don't know if you came in as a running back or.
No, I came in as a receiver really, so receiver and DB, but running back, I guess I stopped growing. That's for one thing. So it kind of fit the stature of being 5'10". I mean, and I think I kind of was glued to the physicality of running in between tackles and all that stuff like that. In high school, I couldn't catch for nothing, so that didn't help. I couldn't catch for nothing, so that's what kind of even helped me make that transition. Now I feel like I can play both now. So.
And you said that you were a return man, right?
Yeah, I did a little bit of that in college. I mean, in high school, but never was like my main focus and none of that. They used to just throw me a toss and go run away from them.
That's always good to have that as a skill. If they ever need somebody to return, you can always do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you like running back? Was that pretty much your favorite position to play, or?
No, I really, really wanted to receiver.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to. I like I think it's like the show position on the field. So I wanted to, be catching deep passes all the time, and all that stuff, and going up and making catches. But that wasn't my goal. So just riding with it.
So you moved on from college and you signed with the Packers. So that right there is what's attracting a lot of the attention on this podcast.
Yeah, we have some big time people that big time Packers fans are gonna really like to hear this because of that.
Man, Packers, Green Bay, that was a crazy experience.
What was it?
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
One more time.
I was just gonna ask, what kind of, how was it getting a call and all that kind of stuff?
Oh man, getting a call. I mean, it was weird just solely because I had met everybody up there pre-draft. I had went on my visit up there, and I got a call from them from Elliot, not Elliot. From Danny. I got a call from Danny, and he was told my agent, yeah, we want to bring him down for a visit, and we had basically lost faith at that point. At least I got no pre-draft visits, so I was like, all right, I don't think I'm on anybody's board. They happened to call me. They happened to call my agent, and it ended up being a surprise. Yeah, you want to bring me on the pre-draft, and that kind of gave us that second win and got me all excited. So during the draft, there had been 4 or 5 teams that called me, during the draft, oh, we're thinking about taking you this round and this and that. And I kind of just sat there and waited. It didn't happen for me. Green Bay was one of those teams too that thought they could take me at a pick early, and they ended up not doing it. And then so right before the draft was over, I was talking to Green Bay. Literally, he was just yo, we don't have any more picks. Hopefully, if we don't want, the better. If you get drafted, go get your money. But if you fall, we want to give you an offer. You can't refuse, and the opportunity you can't refuse. And I was sure. And that's kind of where I wanted to go after walking into that building on my pre-draft visit. So, yeah, for me and my family, it was definitely an emotional day or whatever, and I got real excited. It was just time to go. At that point, it was time to just go get this money. That's how I looked at it.
Who were some of the teams that called you during the draft?
Atlanta let me know. Like Atlanta called, Oakland called, maybe Chicago. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, but it was like a few teams that had called and they were saying like, "Oh, you're on board here. You think how you feeling? How you doing? Oh, we think about taking you here." And that was the worst part about it is just there was so much uncertainty in them on that last day. Cause I know when we picked up the first two, so it was just that was an emotional roller coaster that day for sure.
That's cool that you like talked to all those teams on I guess front office people from those teams. That's crazy.
Yeah, just to know all those GMs like have noticed you and like kind of really want to bring you in. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. I was just so anxious, like come on, like every time my phone rang, I was thinking I was gonna get drafted. So
yeah,
it was kind of
it almost has to be irritating when the phone.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it almost has to be irritating when the phone rings. Like, but I mean,
trust me,
with
somebody call, you'd be pissed off if somebody doesn't call. If they're not calling you every single time that phone rang, somebody called me. I got angry and they weren't drafted.
But it's cool that signing with a team like the Packers. I mean, that's like one of the most legendary teams in the NFL. I mean, if not the most, I'd say.
Yeah, they've been around forever. They have like the legacy, probably as good as anybody or better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I think the most prestigious. I think, in my opinion, franchise in the NFL for sure.
Yeah, they date back to the very beginning. I mean, it's just one of the most by far historic teams. But what was it like? So, like your first day going there and experiencing it for the first time. What was all that like?
It was like orientation to at school. It was like getting implemented everything. Just being new to everything. You kind of just don't want to say too much. You kind of just want to, listen and watch and kind of learn how to navigate through things. And I cling to my vets that were around me. I cling to those guys, and they taught me the ropes. And my rookie year, besides like the injuries and stuff, like it wasn't too much of a heavy year mentally because I had some guys that kind of helped me out.
And do you still talk to some of the guys on the team?
Yeah, I still talk to some guys on the team. My vets, James Starks, Eddie Lacy at the time, and Aaron was pretty cool dude. Julius Peppers, all these people, Clay, these are all like really good dudes. Clem Dixon, Clem Dixon, that was one of my boys. My boy Bryce director, Josh Hawkins, Herb Waters, and of course my brother Geronimo. Geronimo was like one of my teammates in junior college, so me and him was real close in Green Bay. We're still close now. It's like family, so we all keep in a date, and those guys still motivate me every day to keep on this little dream I'm going on right now, just staying on the train. All these people still motivate me to this day.
That's absolutely crazy. Like Julius Peppers and Aaron Rodgers and those names.
Yeah, a lot of those names are.
To throw all those names out is just that's unbelievable.
Yeah, like that was out. That's why I never take it for granted. I was in the legendary locker room. Legendary. So many people was in there like legendary.
That's what a lot of people.
And nobody ever gave us a bad vibe. Everybody was about good vibes in Green Bay.
Yeah, that's what I think. A lot of people. Like you just said, you don't take it for granted. Like a lot of people just kind of they almost bitter about stuff, but it's so great. Like they don't think about like you think about. Like you're like, man, I was in the same locker room with Aaron Rodgers and Eddie Lacy and Julius Peppers.
Like what? Like yeah.
Yeah, like that's something you gotta. I'd be talking about that till the day I die. That's the craziest thing ever.
And those are the people that from fans like us, we'll never get to talk to them or anything. Like you have a really good perspective on that.
Yeah, man. I just wish that sometimes I wish that everybody did get to meet these people personally, get to know personally, because then I think I know for sure that some people wouldn't get the bad raps that they get.
Yeah.
People try to villainize guys just because they don't know them personally. They don't know what that person's going through. So it's easy to villainize somebody when from the outside looking in. But, you get to know these people, man, some good people, like really genuine people.
And whenever you said Julius Peppers, so we're from Charlotte, and so we're Carolina Panthers fans, but so Julius Peppers kind of sparked a note with us whenever you said it, but that's just unbelievable that you shared a locker room. But
dude, man, you're playing cards in the locker room, and he's trying to show everybody. Like if I didn't know the game, he tried to, hey, here, I'm gonna teach you the game. Like he wasn't a dude he wasn't trying to leave people out, none of that stuff like that. He was always giving wisdom. Just tell you, good dude, man.
Yeah, he seems
that's like the coolest story we've heard on this podcast. Yeah, probably.
From what we see around here, he seems like he's a pretty good guy, though.
What was Aaron Rodgers kind of like?
Aaron Rodgers, really laid back dude, funny, goofy, funny and good, like goofy. Let me tell you straight up, he is so goofy. Probably one of the funniest dudes in that locker room as much as he played around. And then he took me under his wing as soon as there was an opportunity for me to play. He invites me to his hotel, took me to his room. When we traveling the night before the game, he's trying to school me, make sure I'm ready. And then after that, we just talk about life. He's just like, let's talk about life, bro. You know what I mean? Let's chill out. And he was definitely a great leader for me when I was in Green Bay. And I'm mad that he had the disappointment this season, but I'm confident that dude he's too good of a person, to let something like just a little rough patch, in his career, injury, and everything around him. I'll just call it, I think it's just a real rough patch, and I think he's way above it. It's gonna be, I'm telling you, he's gonna come back next year and do something crazy. So don't be surprised when it happens.
So
you heard it here first, everybody.
Yeah, heard it here first. By the way,
don't be surprised when it happens.
So you've sat down and like in a room, in a hotel room, and went over playbooks with Aaron Rodgers before.
Yeah.
I mean, just for people to maybe miss that. I mean, that's what he just said. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean that's the necessary stuff though. Plus, be him playing quarterback, that was the necessary. I mean, that stuff was important to him.
Because you started the game, right?
To Aaron. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it was important for everyone to that he was working with. Even when I was on practice squad, he was helping me learn stuff. He always tried to make sure that he kept everyone in the loop. He kept everybody. Like, I'm literally on scout team defense, and he'll scream at me the play that he'll just scream at me what play it was so that I heard it. Because I'm on scout defense, missing the rep. He'll say, Aaron, what's that play? He'll make sure I got that play. He'll make sure I know what's going on. And it was important. It's important for winning. It's important for winning. If you got a quarterback that doesn't, put himself on this high horse, he's like, no, come to my room, let's learn, let's talk. And I don't know if every quarterback's like that. So that's my standard. My standard of quarterback now is Aaron Rodgers, man. And
pretty high standard.
He did an amazing job, man, when he was out there.
That's a super high standard. But
man,
he's one of the elite ones. And I had one other question. I've always wondered, guys on the offense, is there is it people ever text each other or something hey, look at this coverage, or we should take a look at this at the next meeting or something?
Oh, easily. Yeah, like I told you about how Geronimo was. Geronimo would be on his iPad and he'd be looking at plays, and he'll text me or he'll FaceTime me or anything. Hey, he'll say, what are you doing on this play? So I'm trying to figure out, I don't really remember some. So why do you do this on this play? So that it makes more sense for Geronimo, you know what I'm saying? And we would always do that. Everybody, I even looked at with Herb on defense, Herb and Josh, sometimes they would ask us for, our insight, just guys on offense. What are we thinking? What y'all, on this play right here, if I do this, if I back it a little bit, what are y'all thinking when this happens? When you crush it, when I leave you this little bit of cushion, what do you think is going to happen? you gotta see what the guys on the other side of the ball is doing too, because it just makes everybody else better.
So, whenever you, I guess, get the news that you're going to start, you started against the Bears, right?
Yeah, that was listed, but we had, like, the way we had did it, like, I don't even really call it, like, starting like that, because we had different, we had personnel, so whatever personnel that we needed to start, like, we didn't really know, you know what I'm saying, what it was going to be. It was going to be like a feel, like, the personnel that we had, that we felt that we should start the game off with, that's what it was going to be, so I got to play in the Chicago game, and in the Colts game, and Chicago with the Colts, and I was inactive for the Tennessee Titans game.
What's it like?
It was short-lived, but it was great.
What's it like?
You have a good highlight tape, though. I was watching it last night.
Yeah, dude made that. I was like, how did you make this out of a few games? And he was like, cause I got this. Cause I know what I'm doing.
What's it like when, just suiting up for an NFL game? I mean, what's that, what's going through your mind the very first day you suit up for an NFL game? Like, what's the thought process, like, waking up that morning?
I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, when you get on the football field, it kind of get like a weird little twitch, and all I was telling myself the entire game, like even when I walked out, was earn it. Just earn it. Earn the respect. Like, I wanted to earn my offense's respect. Like, I wanted to earn all the vets. I want to earn everybody's respect. I just kept telling myself, earn it, earn it, earn it. That's the only thing that was going through my head every time I stepped on the field, was to earn the respect. Like, earn the opportunity to get another carry. Earn the opportunity. I want to earn everybody's respect. You know what I mean? Because coming in under the circumstances that I did, I felt I didn't. So I wanted to make sure I was earning everybody's respect by my game. So
that's just the wildest thing. Like, I couldn't imagine. There's no way I could imagine just waking up one morning on a Sunday and being like, all right, I'm going to play an NFL football game today.
Yeah, I'm taking snaps from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I'm going to be in the huddle with Aaron Rodgers today. No big deal.
But you can't, just because, I've been playing football for a long time now. I think if you ever, you got to try your best not to overthink in big moments like that, because I think that's how people can crash easy. Never put it to the back burner, never try to be good. But I'm saying, I think you should just try to navigate different, and that was my thought. Like, give myself motivation instead of getting butterflies. Like, give myself structure instead of getting nervous twitches and stuff and being all nervous about playing in this game. Like, I've been playing football forever. I just got to go out there and play football.
Were your games in Lambeau?
Yeah, my games were in Lambeau. Yeah.
Man, on the Packers in Lambeau Field, running back for the Green Bay. That's.
You ever get to do the leap?
One more time?
You ever get to do the Lambeau leap?
No, I didn't get a chance to do the Lambeau leap, but I did on my little pre-draft visit. But other than that, no, I never got an opportunity to. I was praying on it, but who knows, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they know who you are. You've been on the team before. I mean, who knows? But that's wild, man. It
was probably an adjustment to get used to that weather, though, I bet.
No, I guess, not really, man. I went to school. I went to JUCO, Iowa, and I went to school in the mountains in Reno. So, like, I've been around snow ever since I left home in California. Ever since I left, I've been in snow, and now I live in Columbus, Ohio. So, like, I've been in this cold stuff for a minute now. So.
Yeah, you're up in the cold all the time. Yeah, that's
okay.
all cold.
Yeah, well, whenever we saw the call coming in, it was like Sacramento. I'm like, I bet that was a
yeah. I just make sure I make sure I get home and get my phone to them just so I can keep one little piece of home, tied to me. I try to find ways.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Keep home tied to me. Yeah.
Well, man, we don't want to hold you up too long. We've been going about almost half an hour now, so we don't want to hold your whole day up.
Yeah,
but,
thanks for some of the really awesome stories, though. We've had some of the best sound bites on here I think we've ever had.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. I love the opportunity to spread that, man. I like people to hear just hear real perspectives.
Yeah,
I'm happy you guys gave me the opportunity.
a lot of the guys we've talked to are the guys who, like, they just haven't, they need a platform to get their story out, and we love getting their story. Like, these are some of the best stories right here. I mean, you can have the typical, like, oh, I went to a team, started every game, 16 games a year for 5 years, but it's cool to hear, like, the people that had to, the people that earned it.
Hey, man, I call it, the long road, man.
Yeah.
What was that? It's the long road through the rough patches, the speed bumps, the potholes, and all of that. You know what I mean? But I think it's fascinating.
Yeah,
I think it's really fascinating.
I think there's some of the absolutely best stories. Like, it's not the typical story. It's a cool to hear personalized, like, how I made my path possible. So it's really cool to hear these stories. Yeah. But man, like I said, we don't want to hold up too long. But
we'd love to do this again.
We'd love to sit down and do it again later on. If that's
really
cool.
Fun.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. I appreciate y'all. This was fun.
Yeah, man. Well, tell Aaron Rodgers, give us a call, man. Tell him and Peppers.
I got you. I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try.
Thanks, man.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody.
Sorry, we're doing our edit. We had to make sure the mics are back on.
Yeah, it's saying it's picking it up, but we're not hearing it in the headphones. Let me just make sure it's. There we go. We think it picked it up. If it didn't, let us know. But
you wouldn't believe what goes on behind the scenes.
Like, yeah, you wouldn't believe what's going on here.
We have to do some
unusual
editing.
It's a long process to get a podcast edited in the PM Review studio, but that was a fun interview. We loved hearing about Aaron Rodgers and Peppers. That was definitely cool.
Yeah, and he was telling us about James Starks, and like it's cool just to hear about these people that you see all the time. Somebody we talk to is rubbing elbows and like getting to talk with them, and we're already like, just giddy. We get to talk to anybody, but hearing all this crazy stuff.
It was cool to hear like going in like Aaron Rodgers' hotel room and going over playbooks and stuff like that. Like that's crazy.
He gave us a lot of good information though. I really hope he gets signed sometime soon though. I wouldn't mind if he got signed to the Panthers though, to be honest.
Yeah, he needs to get signed and get Aaron Rodgers on the PM Reviews podcast.
Yeah, so thanks a lot to Don Jackson.
Yeah.
He was really awesome.
Thanks to Don Jackson, and thanks for coming on, again to him, and thanks to all our previous guests. So that's it for this episode, guys. Be sure to check out the other ones. They're all available on iTunes, or you can go check them out on YouTube, however you want to check them out. They're all available.
We got more of these coming up this weekend. We're going to do some more.
Yeah, we're pretty busy this weekend. We got 2 more coming out this weekend.
We got one Friday, Saturday, and then Super Bowl Sunday.
So be sure to check them out when they come out. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.